Morning and welcome to my review and top 5 of 2022. I trust everybody's had a thoroughly enjoyable Christmas period. Hey, hello. On top of the world, literally. It's Shirebrook. Sorry, it's not Shirebrook at all. It's Shire Oaks, pit top. You can even see my house from here. See the Whitwell chimney there. I can actually see this from my back bedroom window. You just burp when I'm filming. So I have read comments online that I do waffle too much in my videos. Most of my videos can probably be condensed into 5 minutes. So I'll keep this one short. We'll get to the point. So these are my favourite top 5 videos that I've done in 2022. Now this isn't based on rankings or views or success of the videos, just purely on levels of enjoyment and just why I do these videos. So without further ado, in at number 5 would be the Sett Valley Trail up in the High Peak in Derbyshire. Coming from a very sunny New Mills in the High Peak in Derbyshire, and we're on the Sett Valley Trail that runs between New Mills and Hayfield. It's only about 2.5 miles, 3 miles long, but it used to be the old Hayfield branch that ran from New Mills to Hayfield. Not a lot to see in terms of old railway stuff, but in terms of a day out filming, I mean that was just a really enjoyable day. It was good company, a ride on a train, a trip to the pub, a good walk. And did I mention good views? And a chip butty. So there's the car park on the site of the station. And here's the start of the retaining wall that seemed to run alongside. It was quite a wide area that the station and goods shed and that. It's quite a large footprint, but this is the boundary wall. You can see we've got a buttress there, and we've got quite a few buttresses all the way along. So yeah, a day out with John. I really enjoyed that one. So number 4, Catcliffe videos, or the Sheffield District Railway videos, should I say. So this was a series of 2 videos, but more specifically, the one I enjoyed most doing was that first part around the disused section around Catcliffe and Treaton, as far as Tinsley Marshalling Yard. 1952. So yeah, this is about as far as we're gonna go. Just having a look round now before we leave the old line for now. There's an awful lot of stuff still here. Control units, no idea what these are. Actually, are these from the old overhead lines? This is the viaduct over Catcliffe. If you've ever driven through Catcliffe or you know Catcliffe, you'll probably know this viaduct. It's not a massively long one. I think it goes over the road and the river Rother. Ticked all the boxes for me, plenty to see, nice and local, and it had a little bit of nostalgia for me as well, relating to the old Tinsley depot and yard. So this is bringing back some memories here from the old Tinsley Open days. So that's looking down now on where part of Tinsley Yard, because it was a lot bigger than this. In at number 3, something a little bit different, and that was the droughts up at Ladybower. Stood by the school in front of the church, just on the side of the water's edge. Now the ground is very soft down here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get much further, but look at that old tree. So there's them gate posts, entrance to the church.
That's top of the fire. That, right?
Do you think that's sat on top of that?
Top of that fireplace.
Top of the fireplace. Now, I've seen photos of all this. It's good to see it in person, but that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, the villages, I mean, this is just crazy. I went up there with Paul. In fact, I made 2 trips up there. I went up on my motorbike first to the old railway viaduct up at Uzelden. So these stone pillars, it's amazing to think that they spent probably more than 99% of their life underwater. I'm going to be careful because there are warnings of soft mud. There's 9 on this side of the banking that's still visible. 9 rows, that is. 9 rows of 4. I'll keep pressing on because I'm just mindful, just being careful around the state of the ground, but it's solid. I don't think I'm in a danger spot here. It's just after tea. I've come a little bit later because I wanted to avoid the crowds. So look at that, still got a little bit of metalwork sticking up out of there, and that's where the pillars stop. We can see them. We can see another 3 sets on the other side. So this is Uzelden Clough now, as you can see, completely dried out. Yeah, so really spectacular, something you don't see very often, but well, saying that, seems to be getting more and more frequent now, doesn't it? So we're getting to the business end now, number 2. So in at number 2, we've got the trips with Phil that we did to Crich. So there's a lot of stuff missing in this little village, this little town, but there's all these little things you come across like this. So the tramway would have gone over the top of this. Look at that little archway. Now these were part of a bigger series called, what was it called now? Lost History of, oh god, I can't remember. Lost History of Derwent? No, it's not Derwent. Lost History of I'll find out. I'll have to put it up on screen because I can't remember. But yeah, we spent 3 days touring around that area of Derbyshire. We did two Crich tramways, Cromford Canal, and the disused railway between Butterley and Ambergate. And I really couldn't pick between either of the 2 Crich videos. So there's a George Stevenson one that goes into the goes right through the very heart of Crich, and then you've got the old Butterley Gang Road that goes up through Fritchley. Appreciate John and Sally for showing us around, letting us come onto their property and just filling us in. It's been fascinating to listen to it. I could listen all day really. I really enjoyed doing these videos, and that was the first time I'd ever kind of met Phil and been out with Phil. He kind of pushed my boundaries. I mean, I would have never crawled into that tunnel if I was on my own. That tunnel on the George Stevenson line. And Phil also set up the meeting at the tunnel in Fritchley as well. Was that John and Sally? Oh god, I'm terrible with names. I think it was John and Sally. So while we're walking around, we're around the side of the old railway sidings now. We've got an old telegraph pole up there, look. It's still got some insulators on top. So number one, and I think for me this does actually stand out above some of the other videos that I've done. I was on holiday and it was the video I did up the top of the Talyllyn railway at the Bryn Eglwys Quarry. Hopefully that's the last ever time I'm going to say that this year. If we look at this information board just underneath the winding house, we can see them there. Coming down on the rope there. I don't know if I think this is the start of another incline actually. In fact, that's an incline, isn't it? Look, straight up there. You can see that's out of bounds as a fence with a sign on. We've got a little bridge here. Can you hear me above? Next to another really loud waterfall. And I think I've mentioned it before. I was out a couple of hours filming that day. Up the mountain and then down the mountain, looking at all the old inclines and all the old quarry workings up there that you can get access to. Obviously there's quite a lot you can't get access to legally, and I didn't see another person. I just basically had that valley to myself. It was horrific weather. It was absolutely, I don't know what the word for it is, biblical rain, and I was soaking. How beautiful is this? I've not seen another person since that steam train pulled in, and nobody got off that anyway. And the views just keep getting better and better. Is this another some kind of ridge? Use the imagination, but you can definitely see there's some kind of bank in here. It's all fenced off, unfortunately. So I can see why it'd be unsafe. There's a lot of loose slate on there. We've got another old building in front of us. Yes, here we go. But the views were spectacular, and yeah, some of the stuff that was left up there, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. I'm not a spiritual person, but there was something different. Something felt different up there. So just a final word from me. Cheers to anyone who's provided me with photographs, information, commented on any of my videos. I could list everybody who's helped me out so far, but the list would be huge, and I am afraid of missing anyone. But special thanks to anyone who's featured in my videos and come out for the day with me for an explore. And I know I'm going to forget someone here. So we had Steve and Stephen, we've had John, we've had Jim, we've had Philip, we've had Pete. Am I missing anybody? Am I going to embarrass myself? How could I forget Paul? He was only in 4 videos, but look at him there like a pig in. I don't think I am. I think that's everybody. Oh, and of course this mutt. Hey. Now I'll leave you out with a closing montage of some of the highlights and some of the more offbeat moments of the year as well thrown in. So happy new year. I'll see you in 2023, and for the last time this year, cheers for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Welcome to another Disused Railway Explore, the first one of the year, so happy new year. I'll get it shot. Hello there, we're in Lincolnshire, North East Lincolnshire today. Hi, welcome to Barnsley. Never done a video in Barnsley before. So, day out in Pinxton, I'm living the dream. I remember seeing it actually the other week. I thought it was a fridge. I thought someone's gone to the trouble of carrying a fridge all the way down that path we've just come down. Sat on a crossing on it at the moment. Don't worry, I'm not trespassing. This isn't a live line or connected to anything. I've got John with me. You're so badass, John, in your pink cow molly hat. Howdy, we're in Nottinghamshire today. We're just outside Mansfield. I mean, I've never had reason to come to Barnsley. Very good morning and welcome to the border of Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. I think I'm in Nottinghamshire right now. So I'm on the search for the Ventilator Viaduct. I've been walking around for a good 30 minutes now, and I just can't find it anywhere. I've got Jim with me again today. I think I'm going to have to stop and ask these people walking up the towpath. Good morning, I'm in Wales, so I'm international now. Actually, I have done a video from Scotland, so just ignore that. Found it now. It's just behind me there. It was just hiding behind a tree when I was walking down, so I didn't see it at first. You're joining us from the Peak District. We're in the up at Derwent Valley today. Jeez. Back to the station now. Found a chippy. I've ate my chips on the way down. Rep it with a sausage. So back out on another disused railway explore. North Derbyshire, North East Derbyshire. It's the house with a little stream. Things. I've got Paul with me today. He's nice and local, so hopefully he'll be quite knowledgeable. If he's not knowledgeable, we'll just blur his face out. So I actually introduced him as Seamus last time. That's not your name, you know. For a sausage cob. I did use the word bread cake, and it didn't go down very well. Go on. Stay. No. In. Go on. Here we go. Cameraman John. He's not getting paid for this. It's a freebie. Introducing my new range of Wobbly eye protection range. Remember which way they go up. And I present to you the Wobbly protective disused railway explore glasses. When John suggested we come to Meadowhall, my heart sank. I thought he were taking me shopping. I think you'll agree it goes really well with the hat. So that's it from Langley Mill now. So cheers to John. Your name's not John, is it?
No, it's not a Dave, it's
So
a name.
cheers to Phil. I'm going to be going in now, just a bit of vegetation. I'm going to be giving it a try, so I'm now fully protected. Welcome to Sheffield, welcome to Victoria Quays on the Sheffield and Tinsley Canal. So no let up in the rain yet. And as you can see, it is still hammering it down. Is it summer yet? It's 30 degrees today, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm looking a bit hot and flustered. Lovely weather as well. It's hammering it down today. Good morning from a very wet Creswell. I'm going under here for some shade. I think we've picked the wettest and windiest day in the last 6 months. Jump us off, it's far too warm. So it's important when you're scouting around in places that you're not sure you're meant to be in, is that you don't wear something conspicuous. Just wear something that blends in to the surroundings, just so you're not drawing attention to yourself. It looks so eerie in today's low light, misty conditions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just appearing this one.
I hope it doesn't disappoint.
No, that doesn't disappoint. That's fantastic. It still amazes me that this is just in the woods. Someone's had a good night, a couple of cans of Budweiser, left their shoes. Wow, this is on another level. You know what? It's only from down here that you just get a better feeling of the scale of this iron giant, as it's known. I've seen photos of all this. It's good to see it in person, but that's amazing, isn't it? Certainly got some length on that, hasn't it? I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, that is a beauty. Look at that. The signal gantry. Another little archway. I'm rushing this a little bit because I'm just trying to time getting across here with people in the middle of their games of golf. So it's gonna go in first.
Come on, let's have it.
So this is Buckland Hollow. Yeah, Buckland, I've got that right. I've had every variation of that name. Buckley Hollow, Hollow Buck. This is where I get wedged. There we go. Oh, kneecapping myself. As you can see, very graceful. There we go. Easy. Now that is what you call a tunnel portal. Dark in here, you get the idea. I mean, what an absolutely stunning location anyway, but yeah. Just imagine finding Imagine buying an house and just finding you own something like this with the history attached. So I didn't actually realise you could get onto the viaduct, to be honest. There's no signs. There is a gap in the fence that's wide enough for even me. So this is the viaduct over Catcliffe. So this is bringing back some memories here from the old Tinsley Open days. So that's looking down now on where part of Tinsley Yard, because it was a lot bigger than this. So it's a little bridge. This on the left hand side, this is the old station building. It's now what are they called, accommodation for the hotel. If you've ever driven through Catcliffe, or you know Catcliffe, you'll probably know this viaduct. So we've got another old row of telegraph poles here. It's a sharp tree, be careful.
Yeah, that is a
John.
sharp tree.
So just behind me there is a disused canal bridge, and we're on the Cromford Canal, or more specifically we're on the Pinxton arm of the Cromford Canal. There's number 23, nearly missed that. That's it's not that visible from it. That's officially halfway point on the Chesterfield Canal. I spy people drinking in a beer garden. Be rude not to. How do I get over? Looking over to Conisbrough Castle again. Wow, what a bonus. I really enjoyed that, something different.